good afternoon. Russell of Hotels going live just for a couple minutes. You guys know how I do it, right? Hey, it's Thursday. What day is it? Thursday, November 14th. You know, I had to put my glass. I really can't see. I mean, I really cannot see. That's a shame. But hey, it's once again, it's Thursday, November 14th. And this is the daily check-in. So I do the daily check-in Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Just a real quick kind of check-in, you know, whatever my thoughts are for that particular day, or maybe even for that moment, I go ahead and share those with you. But before I can do that, let me just make sure that I am, my chat is open. The chat is open. Yep, you can make comments, say, hey, what's going on? Hey, it's me. Whatever you want to say. Whatever you want to say, I'll put those comments on the screen in real time. So, what was I going to say? There was something I was going to say. Oh, okay. So I'm live on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. So I got that out of the way, right? So if you're on either of those platforms and you happen to see me, just go ahead and give me a wave or just say, hey, what's going on? Because it's all about engagement. I encourage engagement. So feel free to say whatever's. I was going to say feel free to say whatever's on your mind. That can be kind of loaded, right? But I'm here for all of it, right? So if you want to have something to say, please have something to say. I'll get your comments. I'll put them on the screen. We'll go from there, okay? But hey, this is all about hospitality, all about the world of hospitality, the ins and outs, the good, the bad, the pretty and the ugly, all that stuff. The good, the bad, the ugly. And believe me, there's some ugly going on. I just got off a call with a client of mine, and there's some ugly going on. And I wish, oh my goodness. See, it's not that kind of show where you just kind of bash and badmouth, things, the hotels that are not doing what they're supposed to be doing, that they're going left on you when they should be going right. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. Some of the stuff that I'm hearing from hotels that are, I don't know, they're not doing things the way they're supposed. They're not being ethical. Some hotels are just not all hotels, because, of course, I've been around a long time, right? So I guess, things happen in the season, right? So every now and then there's some crap that goes on, but there's definitely some crap going on, and some people going to be hearing some stuff, not on the show, but, kind of conversation has to be had. Because there are things that are going on that should not be going on. So I think there's some internal issues going on at this particular hotel. And the thing that gets me, there's some internal issues going on at the hotel, but I brought in a VP who's, supposedly I'm thinking is going to right the ship. And that person hasn't done anything either. So now that's going to prompt me to get a phone call to the person that gave me his name and number. Okay. So it's just crazy how certain things can happen. But hey, anyway, the thing of it is, keep a level head, because there's always going to be some stuff that goes on. But the important thing is to keep a level head and let people know that, first of all, you're being serious. And two, let's clarify what's going on. So I make sure you understand what's going on, right? So these are the conversations that I'm going to end up having. And now I have to get the ownership group involved in this whole matter, which that's not where you want to go with things. But if those things don't get corrected, you have no other recourse but to get an ownership involved. What their role in this will be. Will they do anything? I don't know. But hey, that's the last straw. At this point, my client is at her last or their last straw. So I have to bring in the ownership group, to discuss this and see what's going on. So, and it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better. I'll just say that. But things do happen, and I understand that. Just like any industry, nothing is perfect. Nothing is just like, oh my God, everything is just going well and it'll always go well. No, that's not the case, right? So there's issues that go along in this industry as well, but it's how you handle those things, okay? So let's move on. But I just had to, because that was hot, right? I just got the phone with my client just like 5 minutes ago, and it's still resonating with me. It's just like, I'm like, I can't even believe any of this stuff is happening. This is crazy, cray. But anyway, hey, once again, I'm Russell of Hotels. I do everything hospitality. I do hotel site selection. Let people know who you are, what you do, and how you can help them, right? So I do hotel site selection. where I assist companies and organizations with finding that right hotel for their meeting, their event, their conference, a group event. Group is 10 rooms or more. So I assist companies that have, group meetings, incentive trips, whatever those things may be. That's what I'm here to assist with. I do contract negotiation as well. And then not to mention, I help companies or hotels and CVBs with that brand awareness, that thing that they call brand awareness, that everyone thinks that everybody's aware of their brand. Well, they don't know. So my job is to make sure, that you may know a little bit more about that hotel, or maybe you didn't know this, certain things about a destination or whatever. Let's just say today, because I'm in LA and I'm at the Hotel Perla. Maybe you didn't know anything about the Perla Hotel or the Hotel Perla. I don't even know what to even call it, because I think it's Per LA or Perla. I don't know, but I call it Hotel Per LA. So, and sometimes Hotel Perla. So it just depends. I don't really know, but it's a hotel that's located downtown Los Angeles, and that's the hotel I'm showcasing today. So if you checked me out yesterday, it's the same hotel. So, I got to give them at least 2 days of love, right? So let's move forward. So let's call it Per LA. Shall we? Per LA? Yeah, let's call it Hotel Per LA. So once again, this is the rooftop. A lot of the hotels have rooftop, areas, rooftop where you can, Wi-Fi works up there too. That's a good thing, that the Wi-Fi works on the rooftop as well. So I can easily office, from a downtown hotel that has a rooftop, and they have a bar too. So I can get my beverage service on as well. There you go. And this is actually the hotel used to be a bank. It was the Bank of Italy that was built in 1922. And this is actually the original vault of that bank. And what's inside the vault? Well, right now, there's no money in there. They left money in there from the 20s. Anyway, no, the restrooms, the bathrooms are located in there. The men's and women's restroom is located inside the vault. So, and I think the door of the vault is disengaged where you can't close it. So I know people are out there like, I would never go in there because somebody may go behind me and close the vault. Well, no, it's disengaged where you can't move it. It doesn't move. I think it's inoperable. They did something. They disabled it. So yes, you can go in there and you don't have to worry about it. Somebody closing it behind you. Could you just imagine that someone came behind you, just, I'm just, the hell with this, boom, and closed it, and it would never be open again. They would have to explode, put explosives there to get it open. Could you just imagine that? Anyway, I'm just, my what do you call it? My mind runs away with things sometimes. I just, make the some little thing, make it into a big thing. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, my mind gets the best of me sometimes. My imagination gets wild and runs away. But anyway, the blog. Okay. And I'm just talking now. The blog. Let me just move this up so you can see that. But yeah, the blog. So go to my blog. Anything I talk about, including the topic for today, you can go to my blog. Well, I haven't put the topic for the day up there yet, but I will later today after this is over. But yeah, feel free to go to my blog, which is at russellofhotels.com. All the topics, any subjects that I'm discussing on here on the Daily Check-In, as well as on air with Russell of Hotels. That's my other show, that live hospitality talk show that everyone's talking about. The one that comes on Tuesdays, right? Tuesdays at 1:00. So anything I talk about, it will be there. So yesterday's topic, whatever that was, I forgot already. It's there as well. So just feel free to go and take a look at those topics and go from there, right? So that's what's under the blog section. So real quick, the Hotel Perla, which is in downtown LA, 241 rooms, 10,000 square feet of meeting space. So it's not, as far as space is concerned, it's not a real space heavy hotel. A couple rooms. It's 10,000 square feet. It's on the second floor. Built in 1922, like I mentioned earlier. So I love that period, 22, the architecture, the detail, all that kind of stuff I love. The last renovation was 2022, and I believe that's when the hotel opened, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it opened as Hotel Per LA back in 22. So it's relatively a brand new hotel. And then it's part of the autograph collection. So regardless of what they call it, Hotel Per LA or Hotel Perla, it's part of the autograph collection, which is a Marriott family of brands, which means you can get your darn points. Okay, so you can get your Bonvoy points. There you go. So whenever you stay there, meeting points, all that stuff, you get them through Bonvoy because it's part of the Marriott family. See, you probably didn't know that, right? So those are things that I bring to the table, right? Or at least bring to the podcast or, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook that now at least you probably didn't know Hotel Perla even existed. Well, now you know it exists. And it is also part of the Marriott family of brands. Marriott has about 31, 32 brands, I believe. So the autograph collection is one of those 31 to 32 brands. I just can't remember because they're buying stuff all the time. So who knows? Okay, real quick. I always have a topic. And like I said, the lives I do, this daily check-in, they don't have to be that long. Sometimes I make it long because you're probably the first person I talk to today. You know what I mean? So it's always good to just talk. And sometimes I just start talking and just rambling because I have no one to talk to. So that's a joke. Okay. So anyway, someone's out there. Oh my God. His life sucks. He has no one to talk to. Oh man. Anyway. Okay. So these are 3 things for someone new to the hospitality industry. Okay, check this out. A friend of mine texted me a couple hours ago, and he says, hey, I have this friend that's she's going to start in the hospitality industry. Now, I don't know what position, I don't know what role, I don't know anything. First question, I said, why? As a joke, right? So I said, why? Why would they do that? And I said, call me. Because, it's not easy to kind of give advice through a text message, okay? Like, I'm just going to text all this stuff, because there's a lot of things I'm going to ask. Like, what is this person going to be doing? What did they do before? All those kind of things I have to ask those questions. In order for me to answer a question, I got to qualify the question and quantify. I got to do all that, right? I have to understand exactly what they're going to be doing. But I guess at the end of the day, and I hate that term at the end of the day, but at the end of the day, it comes down to, I came up with like 3 main things that, regardless of what the position is, what they're going to be doing, what their role is, they're going to have to, there's 3 things that they're going to have to take care of, or they're going to have to know. So here are top 3 tips. These are my top 3 tips for someone new to the hospitality, or specifically hotel industry. I know I put hospitality industry, but let's just say hotel industry. It may be the same for all of it, but I'm speaking hotel here. So on my thing here, it says, here are top 3 tips for someone entering into the hotel industry. So I'm gonna change this, okay? Because I put hospitality and then I don't want to confuse anybody. So I'm just gonna say hotel industry. But it's all the same, right? It's all the same. Boom. Okay. So number 1, master customer service. Put the guest first. Some people have worked in industries and they never dealt with a guest. They may have dealt with customers. There's a difference between a guest and a customer. Okay. So, Ralph's has customers. Marriott's have guests. Okay. I'll just throw that out there. Okay. I just threw it out there. I just pulled that out. Okay. I just pulled that. I don't worry about where I pulled it out from, but it is so true, right? So a guest is someone that's coming into your home. A customer is just somebody that's pretty much transactionary. Okay, I'm here to buy me some groceries and get the heck out of here. That's all I'm here to do. Oh, you'll never see me again until next time I got to come get groceries. Well, a guest is there to be taken care of, in some respects to be pampered, and they're trying to get away from everything, and they want that experience, right? Now, shopping could be at the Ralph's could be an experience too, right? But it's a different kind of experience. So, but like I said, just remember this, and you'll remember I said this and no one else. I just repeated it, but I'm going to repeat it. I just mentioned it a while ago. But Ralph's has customers. Marriott or Hilton or Hyatt, they have guests. Okay, and there's a lot of other hotel brands out there, but those are top 3 that came to my mind. Okay, master customer service. Put the guest first. Customer service is at the heart of hospitality. Make guests feel valued by listening actively, showing empathy, and addressing their needs promptly. Every guest interaction is a chance to create a positive experience, and that personal touch can set you apart as a reliable, guest-focused professional. Yeah, so be open to all that. You have to be open for all that, right? You can't just be, I'm going to worry about this and that's it. And I don't care what position you have. I don't care what department you work in. You need to have customer service or guest service skills or whatever. I don't care if you're in accounting. You're going to have to deal with a guest at some point. You're going to be walking by someone, and a lot of times, even if you're accounting, you have a name badge or something, right? If you're an employee there, you should have a name badge, right? Or maybe sometimes they get away from that because, whatever. I don't know why. But back in my day, which is a couple of years ago, everyone had a name badge, and everyone went through training, guest service training, and things like that, because you never know when you're going to be called to assist. And a lot of times accounting, they sometimes have to go behind the front desk. Well, if they're going behind the front desk to do their accounting things and a guest walks up, what are you just going to do? Just ignore them and act like they don't exist? Well, sometimes that does happen. But if you're behind there, that means you're on stage and you're performing, okay? And if someone asks you a darn question, you need to be able to answer the question. And make sure you're answering the right way. You're listening, you're showing empathy, you're doing all those things that I just mentioned, okay? You're addressing their needs promptly. Or maybe you're getting someone like, could you just hold on one second? Let me just make sure I get the manager for you. Whatever you need to do it at you need to show empathy, you need to be an active listener, and you need to make sure you're trying to address their needs promptly. If that means you need to go get a front office manager promptly, well, that's what you do, okay? So every guest interaction is a chance to create positive experience, and that personal touch can set you apart as a reliable guest-focused professional, and that's what you want. The second part of that, handle complaints gracefully. Not all interactions will be smooth, but maintaining a positive attitude and showing that you're dedicated to finding solutions can turn challenging situations into opportunities to impress. Yeah, because every situation is not going to be great. And I'll tell you that now. I don't care what hotel it is. I don't care what position you have. There's going to be some situations that come up with guest interaction that's not going to be pleasant. Okay, it basically how you handle it is going to be the difference between taking care of that or making something escalate that doesn't need to. Going somewhere it doesn't need to go, but sometimes we say something, or maybe we didn't say anything. Maybe it's our body language, and people read our body language as well. Right. So you just have to make sure you have a handle on all those things. Number 2, be adaptable and willing to learn. Embrace change. Hotels are fast paced and each day is different. Last minute requests, schedule changes, or unexpected maintenance issues are common. Approach each challenge with flexibility, calmness, and readiness to jump in whenever needed. Why not? We need people that are active. They're ready to jump in. They're walking by, the front desk is swamped, and you know how to use the PMS system or whatever system they have. Just jump in there and help, right? Because you've been trained and you've been cross-trained and you know what to do. You know how to help people when they're in a bind. Because the objective is to get those guests away from the front desk, get them to their room, or answer their questions or whatever. Maybe you're good on what's going on in the area, and maybe this is a hotel that doesn't have a concierge, and you can answer questions. Maybe everybody that's in line is not checking in or checking out. Maybe they need just information on what's nearby, or how do I get to this? I'm here. How do I get to there? And maybe you're good on location. Maybe you can say, hey, anyone that's not checking in or checking out, I can probably help you over here. I can answer any questions you may have. Boom, that'd be good. But you got to be willing to do those things, right? You got to be adaptable to the situation. Seek mentorship and ask questions. Learning from more experienced colleagues or supervisors can be invaluable. Ask questions, observe how they handle guest interactions, and take it as much as possible. And take in, God, I can't even read today. And take in as much as possible. It will be fast. It will fast track your learning. Damn. Okay. So yeah, seek out a mentor or just watch how people do things. That's how we learn, right? We watch them. We see how they handle certain situations, especially the bad ones or the ones that have gone left on you. They're like, oh my God, I didn't, know this was going to happen. Sometimes we just have to sit back and listen and let this mentor or whatever take the wheel and let them handle the situation. Then that way you'll learn, like, okay, maybe I can jump in next time. Maybe, next time I'll be able to handle a situation like that. So, but you got to be willing to learn. You have to sit back. You got to ask for help too. So don't be afraid to ask for help. If you don't know something, ask somebody. Okay, ask someone that's more seasoned, that's more experienced than you, because it doesn't make sense for you to just jump in and you don't even know the situation. You don't even know the temperature of the water. You just dipping your toe and you just gonna jump in instead of dipping your toe and you I'm just gonna submerge myself in here. I don't know what's going on. I'm just gonna jump. No. Calm down, see what the situation is, and then go from there. But always ask for assistance. Number 3, develop strong communication skills. Practice clear communication, whether you're talking with guests, colleagues, or vendors. Clarify and politeness as essential. Clarify and politeness are essential. Like I said, I can't read today. Avoid misunderstandings by using direct and clear. Avoid misunderstandings by being direct and clear, especially when explaining hotel policies or addressing guest requests. Yeah, you always want to make sure, just like I'm trying to be clear and you don't know what I'm saying. Yeah, practice clear communication. Whether you're talking with guests, colleagues, or vendors, clarify and politeness are essential. Clarity and politeness. I don't say clarify. These glasses, are they on? Are there lenses in here? Oh boy. Clarity and politeness are essential. Avoid misunderstandings by using direct and clear, being direct and clear, especially when explaining hotel policies or addressing guest requests. And the last one says, understand cultural sensitivity. What does that mean? Hotels host people from around the world, so being mindful of cultural differences will help you avoid misunderstandings and show respect to guests. This skill will improve the guest experience and your own adaptability in diverse settings. Yeah, there's going to be people from around the world that may not look like you, they may not talk like you, they may have different customs or whatever. So it's good that we kind of know. Maybe that's another situation where we can lean on someone else and say, hey, never dealt with this. I'm not sure what's going on here, but can you assist me with this? Oh yeah, okay, they're this or that, and let me help you do this or that. Maybe they've experienced that before. So you want to make sure that you're open to all that, because you'll be exposed to things that you didn't think you would be exposed to. Because especially if you work at the front desk, that's the nervous system for the hotel. I don't care if there's issues that happen in the restaurant, in your room, in the parking lot, at the pool, wherever, everything's going to come to the front desk. It's going to make its way to the front desk. Lost and found, go to the front desk. I got, somebody stole my, broke into my room, supposedly. I'm going to go to the front desk. Everything happens at the front desk. They bring everything there, and people bring their emotions too. That's why I always say, when you pack things, when you pack your bags to go out of town, you're doing this major trip, you're packing all these clothes, I'm getting all my toiletries. One thing that we forget to pack is our patience, because those are the things that are going to be needed. Okay, if you're a guest, you need to pack your patience. If you're an employee of a hotel at the front desk, you need to assume that they did not pack their patience, and you need to kind of bring your level down too. So those are things that you have to know, regardless of what position. If you're new to the hospitality industry, number 1, master customer service. Number 2, be adaptable and willing to learn. And number 3, develop strong communication skills. Now, I know that took a lot longer than it should have, because I had to keep rereading things, and I don't know what's going on today. But hey, I got through it, okay? So There you go. But anyway, you didn't have to write any of that stuff down because I will make sure I put that on the blog. Okay, so like I said, any topics that I talk about or discuss in great detail will be on the blog. So you don't have to take notes. You just wait for me to post it on the blog and it'll be there. Then you can copy and paste. You can print that stuff out. You can do whatever the heck you want to do because that's what it's all about. It's all about engagement. Oh, that was one thing I forgot to say. So every Tuesday at 1 o'clock on air with Russell of Hotels, that live hospitality talk show that everyone talks about comes on then. So just in case you didn't know, you got 5 days a week of me, right? So you got the on air with Russell of Hotels comes on Tuesday. You have a daily check-in that comes on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So that's 5 days of me, right? So 2 different shows, but 5 days of me. So there you go. So what else would you need? But at the on air comes on every Tuesday at 1 o'clock. Same platforms, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. Okay, just same as this. So if you're tuned in here, you can tune in there. And the past episodes, like I just did one on Tuesday, which was show number 276. The next one will be 277. So if you missed 276 or last Tuesdays, just go LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, and it's there, right? I never get rid of these things. They're always there. They're going to be archived forever. So yeah, so past ones I do not delete. They're all there. So feel free to go back and check them out if you want to. And if you ever have questions, always feel free to reach out to me. And where would you reach out to me, Russell? Well, the email's right there. Russell@russellofhotels.com is my email. My website, russellofhotels.com. If you have, if you want to call me, you rather pick up the phone, go ahead and do that because my phone number is there. Feel free to call me. And hopefully it's at a good time, right? Only thing that I say, leave a message because some numbers I do not, of course, I don't recognize. If I don't recognize your number, I'm going to think you're potential spam or whatever the heck the message I get. But just leave a message, which I guess I know when you're spam and you don't leave a message, they never leave messages. Spam never leaves messages. So make sure you leave a message and I'll make sure I call you back as soon as possible. Okay, so normally I'm right there at the phone watching it go to voicemail and then people don't leave voicemails. So I just know it's spam at that point. But yeah, if you have questions at all, in fact, I got a call just that it had nothing to do with business and it had everything to do with personal. But someone on Facebook called me, right? And I answered it. I didn't recognize the name. Find out I knew this person by another name. And well, that's my real name. I mean, you know me by my middle name. Well, I didn't know that. So, but I answered it, right? Because no one calls me on the Facebook line that much, right? So that's like the second time someone has called me on Facebook in the last 2 months. And I'm like, and the first person I knew as well, right? So I'm like, okay, let me answer this phone. And it was someone that I knew. But, normally I would say they didn't have my number. So, okay, that's fine. So for people that don't have my number, go to russellofhotels.com. My phone number is there. Feel free to call me. If you want to do the Facebook thing, that's fine too. I will answer it. So no problem. So anyway, that is it. I want to thank you guys so much for joining this daily check-in with Russell of Hotels. I'm on my way to an event. I'm going to the Courtyard Marriott in Pasadena. I think it's Old Pasadena. They're having I want to say it's a grand opening, a grand reopening. It's been open for a while, but I think maybe new ownership, new management company, new director of sales and marketing who I know, they're having an event tonight. So I'm like, more hotels should do that. Not necessarily a grand reopening, but and a lot of hotels do like monthly or quarterly. They should do, invite your clients and, new people that maybe haven't seen your hotel before. That's a good opportunity to do that, to invite people to come out and see your hotel. Maybe you just done a renovation. Maybe you got new chefs, maybe all these different things. It's a way to highlight your property as well as highlight the people that are there and maybe the people that you would be doing business with. Okay, so that's where I'm going. I was invited to go. So of course I'm going to be there, right? So that is this evening. So I'm actually on my way there now. I'll be a little early, but it gives me opportunity to, take some photos, all that kind of stuff. Because I haven't been to that hotel. I don't think I've ever been to that hotel. The Courtyard by Marriott in Old Pasadena. And what I understand, it's not a traditional Courtyard by Marriott. It's like it was converted. It's a different hotel that was converted into a Courtyard. So I get a chance to check it out, take some photos, all that kind of stuff. Shake some hands and kiss some babies, or was that shake some babies and kiss some hands? I don't know whatever. I don't know. I'm joking, but yeah. So no, it'd be a good opportunity for me to check out the hotel and see, and then that way I can, maybe showcase it on air with Russell of Hotels or the Daily Check-In at some point. So we'll see. But a lot of things have to take place before that happens. So, but anyway, that is it. So if you're there, come buy me a drink or something. Anyway, that is it. Once again, Russell of Hotels. This is Daily Check-In, and as always, you guys have a great day. See you tomorrow, and peace.